Hello, year one. Are you ready to do your story plan? So, today we're going to do your plan before you start writing your story because a good story always have a plan. So, this is the plan sheet that we have. If you don't have it printed, then you can use a blank paper and you can draw the lines for that. How do we do the plan? First, in this box, you need to describe your characters. You remember that each story has characters? So characters are who are in the story. Those that are maybe they are monsters or people or animals, they are called the characters. So I want you to think who are going to be the characters in your story. Okay? In my story, actually, I have four characters. They are called Kushi, Kano, Ragi, and Kor. Remember that a fairy story or a fairy tale or a traditional tale is a make-believe story. They cannot be true, they're just make-believe. So you can imagine, and run your imagination wild just to think about your characters and your story, okay? So it is exciting thing to do. So those are the characters in my story, and I drew them and I also wrote their name under, and you see their facial expression. This is the bad guy. Now, in my story, I also described in my plan the setting. The setting means where did the story happen? Where did it happen? Is it in the water, in the forest, in the house, in the building? So in my story, I made up a place called Waterville Place. And I drew it. How does the Waterville Place look like? So my characters will be in here in my story. Okay? That is the setting. Now, you also need to think of the special powers that your characters have. So I wrote here to describe each character's special power. Kushi makes happy clouds. This is Kushi. Kano makes hard questions. Kano is asking a lot of questions all the time. Ragi, this guy, makes strong voice. That is his special power. And Kor, the bad guy, eats and grow uncontrollably. He just keeps on eating and growing without an end. So, those are the special powers of my characters. Now, this box is when you are going to write your title. Remember, when you write the title of your story, it needs to be in capital letter. All the important parts, important words should be in capital. That's the title of the story. So, my title should say something about my story. With this story in mind, I made a title that says, The Three Friends Saved the Day. Okay? Now, this is for today's plan. Now, tomorrow, you're going to do the beginning part of your story. I already did my beginning part. How did I do that? First, this is my title over here. I wrote it on top of here. You see? Capital letters, finger space. Okay? So the title of my story is The Three Friends Save the Day. Now, I'm going to read to you the first part of my story, the beginning part, and you have a box here where you can actually choose the beginning phrase. Okay? So I chose this one. So you have once upon a time. You can actually begin your story with this. Or once there was, long time ago, in a faraway land called, I chose this. Okay? So you can choose any phrase that you like. I wrote it this way. Okay? I will read the beginning part of my story. In a faraway land called Waterville, there lived three friends called Kushi, Keno, and Ragi. Kushi is always smiling. She likes making happy clouds. Keno is always wondering. He asks hard questions. Raggy is always pouting. He likes shouting. Every day, the three friends go to the Waterville Park. There are many fun things to see and play there. One day, when they were going to the park, they heard a loud sound. Dun, 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 dun. Then in this box, you're going to draw the important part of your story, the important part of this beginning part of your story. So here you see the three friends are going to the Waterville Park and they hear the big sound, roar. And so that's why they're wondering, what is that? Why is there a big sound? So that is my drawing for this part. This is the beginning part of my story. And you will do first the plan, then the beginning, that is the next day. Then I haven't done my middle yet. Middle part will have its own middle phrase in the box and a box for drawing and also the ending. Ending will have its box for the ending words and a box for drawing. So, are you ready? Are you ready to start your story? I'm going to do my middle and ending, okay? And then I'm going to read it to you. Okay, you have to use your imagination today, all right?